Hello, my name is Thomasina Brand, and my presentation is on Foundations of Multicultural Education. Diversity in the classroom. Minority students make up over half of school population. These students come from different groups such as race, religion, language, and socioeconomic status. By 2023, research showed that population of minority students are expected to grow 55% more than the existing number. Understanding students' culture and diversity is very important in the classroom. This knowledge helps teachers connect with their students more and enable them to be able to teach their students. This is true because I teach at an elementary school, kindergarten teacher, and during the lessons, some lessons are not suitable to their living background or economic status or whatever. We teach Lucy Calkins for writing. Some of her lessons require students to think about when you went to the beach, or think about when you went to Central Park, or think about a moment where you're standing in Times Square. I live in Arkansas, so many of these students do not have those surroundings or that background. There are students who never left West Memphis. There are students who've never been to the beach, so they can't relate to the lesson. So I have to think of things that I know that my students have experienced or that my students have seen to be able to connect in order to write about that particular lesson. Culture. Culture is a way of life for various groups of people. Culture influences how we feel, think, and act in society. Culture is something that is learned from our surroundings. Those surroundings consist of family and community. There are many different cultures that make up the United States. When I attended public school, we learned that different cultures coexisting in the same place was called a melting pot. People can be identified by their culture, and the term for that is cultural identity. Cultural identity can be determined by individuals' geographic area, race, religion, sexual orientation, etc. Cultural identity can change over time as individuals respond to social, educational, and political experiences in society. Culture is definitely a way of life. Me being of African American culture, I work with African American students. Last year, as a parapro, I had a student that I worked with, and she was Caucasian. Her and her family were the only Caucasian students in the school, so it was like there were only 3 or 4. The way that I interact with the other students or the way that I talk to them was different than how I talked to her. She wanted to have a more calming situation. She was very quiet, very shy. I was able to get her to connect with me and to talk to me more than she talked to anyone else. This was a good thing because she was in my intervention group, and I was responsible for practicing different skills and different things with her. She required me to talk softly or not be so aggressive, or it's kind of hard to explain because I only had her for a little while. She ended up going to another school, but definitely the culture, when you're able to connect with someone's culture and their way of life, the way they think, the way they see the world, you definitely can be able to connect and help them. I had a situation in my class where I was trying to get my students to understand rhyming words. For some reason, when I was saying and I was using the Haggerty book, they could do the thumbs up and the thumbs down, but they were not able to produce a rhyming word for me. So I had to figure out a way in order for them to hear the rhymes and see and really understand what I was saying. So I found this video on YouTube, and it was a song about rhyming words. However, like I said, I teach African American children. Our music is somewhat different. I can't explain to you that the rhyming video had quote unquote trap music. This is upbeat, has a lot of bass, beating, whatever. When I played that video, my class was so excited. They were involved. They were singing the song. They were doing rhyming words. I would hear them in the hall singing it. These are rhyming words. These are rhyming words. You have to get something that connects to them. It's not, trap is not bad in the sense of the music. However, the beat of the music got them going, got them, they was feeling it, so they were into it. So the next time I tested my students, or the next time I asked them, give me a word that rhymes with cat, or give me a word that rhymes with bat, they were able to rhyme the words. Because I found something that connected with them, that they could understand, and that they were interested in. This particular slide is dealing with liberalism. This is more of different views and beliefs of people, and to me, it describes the United States because we have a lot of different cultures in the United States, which is a melting pot, and we also have all of those cultures and people do not have the same beliefs. So when we vote or when we do anything dependent or dealing with the laws and the opportunities and equal opportunities, everyone doesn't have the same views. Everyone doesn't have the same religious background. So I feel we are all people that are coexisting in a place where we respect each other's views, respect each other's beliefs, and we still coexist in the same place. Like, yeah, you think differently, or like I'm a Christian, so fornication and homosexuality, all those things go against, lying, stealing, all those things go against my religion. But if there is someone, or my beliefs, if there is someone who's homosexual, I'm still going to treat them as equally if I would treat a heterosexual person. I'm not a person that, would discriminate, or, oh no, you can't talk to me because I don't believe in what you're doing. No, I'm not going to do that. However you feel and whatever you believe, that's your life. And a person has to only be accountable for the things that they do in their life. So I feel like a lot of us are just coexisting, peacefully. Everyone's not peaceful. I'm not going to act like it's just 100% black and white, because there are some gray areas. But that is a good example for me to be able to describe this term. Equality and social justice in democracy. Equality has been a challenge in society, as we all know. From the past history, minorities have always received the short end of equality. In my opinion, could not be. The concept of equality is meant to ensure that everyone has the same opportunities and benefits. However, this has been overshadowed by discrimination, prejudice, and privilege. In the school system, equality is a challenge as well. Equality being a challenge in the school system is me thinking that private schools have more access to books, more access to things to be able to accommodate the students in their education. Children in public schools don't always have the same opportunities or supplies as those children. Multicultural education. Multicultural education is basically students from different cultures getting the same equal opportunity in education. In order to be a true reality, schools will have to commit to multicultural education. Cultural backgrounds are important knowledge to acquire effective instructional strategies that connect with students. It is important to understand the cultural influence that students have in their lives. Multicultural education could be achieved if the education system commits to educating more than just one group of students or one group of a particular culture.